Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Finally. Today I'm just going to do a get ready with me. There's been a lot of drama, a lot of things going on, things I have been taking notes on that I wanted to talk about. I didn't feel like one of them deserved like a full video. And since it's been a while, I just kind of wanted to share my feelings on all of these topics, from Manny to the Ace family, all that craziness. So far I went in with the Maybelline Super Stay foundation. I'm actually really liking this now. I was kind of iffy about it because it seemed to sort of cake up on me, but I'm using less of it and I'm not putting like a heavy powder over it, so I really like it. A few people recommended some concealers to me, and one of them I had, which is the Age Rewind from Maybelline. So I used this and I actually really like it. It doesn't seem too heavy under my eyes or anything. I've had this for, I think, quite a bit. I think my mom gave it to me or something because she didn't use it anymore. Today I'm going to go in with both of those BH Cosmetics palettes that I used in the last video, because I was really impressed with that shimmer that I had used. So I want to try one of the darker ones, maybe like this one here, maybe something over here. Now this I used on my birthday. Yes, it is pan. Yes, I just used my finger to put it on. It wasn't very good. It took a lot, and it's just, it didn't show up very well. So I'm going to try something maybe like a silver. I don't know. I'm going to try something. And I'm going in with the neutral eyes for like a base and a little crease color. I tightlined with Maybelline, with the Maybelline Skinny Precise, and I did use the e.l.f. eyelash curler again. I really like this thing. I mean, $3.99, crazy. I'm gonna take out some of my stuff here that I forgot to take out. I also prepped with the Slay All Day from Gerard Cosmetics. Let me grab some of these brushes out of here. I think I'm also going to use that Share shade from Gerard Cosmetics, the Hydra Matte that I used last time, because I really, really like that. I'm actually going out of the house today, so I kind of want to do something that I know that I'm going to like, because you know that I usually mess up my makeup by the end of the video. Okay, I think I have everything I need. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know that I'm gonna use an eyeliner. We will see. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is the whole Manny Uta Spill situation. If you don't know, Manny had recently put a strike on a false copyright strike claim on a T-Spill video, the one when she's talking about all of these influencers like reviewing the Morphe Fluidity Foundation. What's kind of crazy though is that in her video, she showed him like the least out of the other people, and he was still like that butthurt. In the video, he talks about how much he doesn't like the foundation, talks about how drying it is and all this stuff, but he still recommends it with his code, of course. And it's just, I'm just so sick of him. I'm just so sick of it. And he actually did say that he did it because like out of frustration, and that he was like being petty. He said that he was receiving death threats, but I'm a little confused because I don't remember seeing any kind of death threats towards him until people started like trolling him about it afterwards. So you guys let me know if you saw anything that I missed prior to him putting the strike on T-Spill's channel. He did remove it after a bunch of backlash. But imagine being a smaller channel and maybe you can't reach that many people to talk about how ridiculous it was to get a false copyright strike. You may not have that exposure to kind of influence the person to take the strike off of your channel. I'm so glad that it's gone. You know that I love T-Spill, and it just wasn't right. And that is part of a bigger problem, because there are a lot of people that do this. Sniper Wolf being a big one. She doesn't tend to do it with bigger YouTubers, but she definitely does for smaller ones. And this is just another crazy YouTube thing. People are taking advantage of it. They feel like they don't know. They feel like if there's just a little clip in their video that they can strike it down. There is such a thing as fair use. And I think that they tend to forget that. It's just sad. It's sad when you see people that you really like putting out this great content and people taking advantage of that system. So also, that has happened to a lot of people, like commentary channels. And it's sad because, you know, YouTube is just fucked, and it's like just one bullshit thing after another, failed algorithms, and just all these false copyright strike claims. It's ridiculous. And they don't crack down on that stuff. And people think that if you put a strike on the video, that YouTube is going to review it if you want it under review and stuff. And it just kind of doesn't work like that anymore. And people take advantage. Like, can you imagine if we have to have it so where you have to 100% own every single thing in your video? I mean, what about the commentary channels that we love? You know, like Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden and Cody Ko, you know, where they show these clips and they add commentary. They are transformative. People are getting strikes from companies that are taking all of the revenue from the videos. It's ridiculous. And to see somebody like Manny, I don't like Manny, that's obvious, but I mean, admitting that he did it just because he didn't like what was said is ridiculous. And I mean, at least he was honest about it, I guess, because honesty isn't something that, you know, is usually associated with Manny. But still, it's ridiculous. And, you know, T-Spill had to go through all of that crap, you know, and if you get a certain amount of strikes, like if you get 2 strikes, I think that you get like suspended from uploading. And then if you get 3, your channel is taken down. Everything that you've worked hard for. And these bigger channels need to realize that they are not above criticism. These aren't hate videos. It's just either, you know, talking about like crazy stuff people do or things that people are lying about, exposing them, you know, and I just wish that there was a way that people could not take advantage of it. Another person that takes advantage of this is the Ace family. Ugh, one of the biggest, worst family channels on YouTube has been striking videos. Their management has been taking money. And if you don't really know the drama with them, it's pretty disgusting. Some of it is just like, they've always had a lot of drama going on, but I think that more people are starting to expose them. So it's a family channel about the perfect family. And they did this video where they said they were giving $100,000 away to charity. And in that video where they started talking about it, it seemed like if you were a subscriber of theirs that you could apply for a chance to win, a chance at winning $100,000 by making 10 baskets at this basketball game. But they ended up picking all other YouTubers like that already had money, you know, like Rice Gum, stuff like that. Just ridiculous. So people were really upset about that because they're like, these people already have money. So what the hell? You know, it would have been nice for a subscriber to be able to get a chance at that amount of money, you know? So they have, I think it was 5 hours for somebody to be able to get the 10 baskets in. And out of nowhere, it just so happened that Austin's friend happened to be there, who just so happened to play professional college basketball, and he ended up winning. Not even any of the YouTubers. It would have been cool if one of the YouTubers won and gave the money to a charity. That would have been fine. Even though people were upset that there were YouTubers involved to begin with, that would have been fine. But no, it was his friend. And conveniently, there's $25,000 missing from that. And when the friend won, Austin had said, oh, you know, I'm sure, you know, he's going to give a chunk of it to charity, but this is your money. You do whatever you want with it. So what the hell was the point? You know, views, trying to seem like, oh, we love giving back, and just all this craziness. So that's one thing that caught people's attention because it's bullshit. And the other thing is a little more disturbing, and I just don't get it. So Austin was out shopping with his sister's young sister, or his wife's young sister, who looks to be like 3 or 4 years old, something like that. And they're in this store, and she wants a penis-shaped lollipop, and he gets it for her, and he makes sure that he films it, and he laughs about it. And you can tell when a video, like a clip starts, that he was egging her on to take it out of the bag, to get reactions from people and things like that. What the fuck? Like, how is that funny to anybody to see a young, innocent child sucking on a penis lollipop? What the hell? And to post it on social media. Like, what things do they not post on social media? It's just really fucking creepy. And they're just awful. And the thing about these family channels, though, that is pretty upsetting, I think, to some people, is that they get away with everything. They are advertising to small kids. Get out your American Express card. See if your mom has American Express and you can save this. Buy our merch. They have these huge ads that pop up. And, oh, you want to be like us. Oh, we're a family. This is exclusive for just Ace family members. And buy our app, and that you have to pay monthly on, even though we'd never uploaded any content to it. Like, what the hell? And they get away with this, and they get monetized, and they make millions of dollars. But oh my God, if you show a clip of something, you might get demonetized, or if you say the wrong word. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I know it's because they make YouTube a lot of money. It used to be that YouTube was for us, and we could share our opinions, and it was great. It's just, you can't really blame the quality of some of the content on YouTube, because people have to bleep out words, and they can't talk about certain things, even if it's like the news, you know, talking about something. I know that I was demonetized for my video on atheism. I am an atheist, but I am not like crazy or, you know, shove it down people's throats, because your religion is your business, and I'm not gonna, you know, talk down about your beliefs. Don't tell me what to believe in. I won't tell you what not to believe in, whatever. And that was pretty much the point of the video. The video was about extreme atheists and how I don't like them. And it was like, this isn't appropriate, you know, all this garbage, which fine, you know, I guess. It just sucks because you really have to watch what you're going to say. You know, I still have the video up and everything because it's my opinion, and I don't care if I'm going to make money on the video or not, because it was a rant in PJ pants that I wanted to have. This shade's kind of weird. It looked like it was going to be more of like a dark silver. There is some blue in it, if you guys can see. I'm not sure. It's not as creamy as the light one, though. Maybe that is sort of the issue with this, because the lighter shades seem to be really creamy and go on really well, but I'm not finding that to be the case with some of the darker shades. But anyway, so it's a sad state here on YouTube. Cody Co just got his Hotbox like vaping video back up, thank goodness, because it's one of the best videos ever. And they're like, it's 100 nicks. Oh my God, him and Noel, I just love them. But it's just, you know, there's so many opportunities for shady people to make a lot of money on YouTube, and then people that really put their heart and soul into their content and used to make a living on here really can't anymore, and it's really fucking sad. I don't expect it to be fixed. I mean, look at YouTube Rewind. They are totally like unaware of reality. So anyway, the Ace family channels, just garbage. And how do they get away with advertising like that to kids? It's just ridiculous. And they know, you know, you can look in your analytics and see what your demographic is, you know, and so they know what they're doing. It's just ridiculous. And so anyway, I think the Ace family, they're garbage people. They have never addressed the basketball charity thing or this lollipop thing. They just ignore it. They've also stolen designs from people. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But they have a huge fan base, and if you say something negative about them, they have their own little kid stands that'll like come for you, you know. It's just ridiculous. So they're garbage. I'm still absolutely disgusted by that video. And one person that I was surprised that came out and talked about that video was Keemstar. Oh, Keemstar. Sometimes I watch Drama Alert, if the title kind of is clickbaity enough. I do think that Keemstar is just naturally a prick and a horrible person. I think he's a douchebag, and he recently got into it a little bit with T-Spill because he had posted a picture of Erica Costell and said the Eugenia Cooney of 2019 or something along those lines. And a lot of people felt like that was body shaming. And T-Spill had tweeted about how Keemstar actually has a daughter, and how would he feel if somebody was posting stuff like that about his daughter. And like a douchebag would, Keemstar has this video that's like, oh, you don't even show your face, and what are you talking about body positivity? You're probably scared, and don't ever talk about my kid. Don't talk about my daughter. She makes more money than you do. And you know that you're just generally a piece of shit if like the only thing that you can resort to try to defend yourself or try to add to an argument is my kid makes more money than you do. Like, what the fuck? Like, what an idiot, you know? You know, I think I might actually add a little liner to this. This actually looks better in person, I swear. I think I'll go in with that new e.l.f. liner that I really like. If I have it in here, which I hope that I do. Yes. This is the one I had posted about. It takes forever to dry, but it's like easy for a person that's really bad at eyeliner like myself to use. So anyway, so back to Keemstar. So after that, he ended up posting another picture of what people would probably consider an unattractive person and said this whole every woman is beautiful campaign is like ridiculous or something along those lines. I'm gonna wait until this dries a little bit to do the other eye. Again, I think that he's just built as a troll. I think that he's trolling people. He's bored. He wants the attention, you know. It's funny to him, and he likes to try to like offend people, you know, and some people don't get offended by that stuff. You know, it takes a lot for me to get offended, but I can see why, you know, everybody's like, he's such a douchebag. And that's the thing, like, T-Spill was not coming for his kid. She was just simply saying, how would you feel if a grown man was talking about a young woman like that, like your daughter, you know? And he just, like, took it way too far. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Gabby Hanna iNabber interview. I love iNabber. I have been a fan for a long time. It has been awesome to see his channel grow. I really like him. I think he did a good job. If I could just... I can't lean my arm there. You know, if I fix this, it'll get worse. But if I go over it with a gel, I can make it look better. So anyway, so I actually really dug the interview. I thought that iNabber did really well. And I dug the interview a little bit more because Gabby was such an idiot. She contradicted herself so many times. I do see why people were like, oh, iNabber wasn't very hard on her. But at the same time, she could have just cut off the interview and he wasn't really going to get anywhere, you know, with her. So I do understand why he was, you know, being a little like gentle with her just to hear her side of the story. She did call like drama and commentary channels hate channels. Then she quickly tried to take it back. She said that she prides herself on how great she can handle criticism, but then says that she can't watch videos about herself, which are just critiquing her. So that's a bunch of bullshit. And then to top it off, the other day, she tweeted out some Tekashi 6ix9ine lyrics. I don't personally find Tekashi 6ix9ine music. That's just something that I don't understand. If you like him, cool. You know, I just don't get it. I don't think that she was trying to be like insensitive to the fact that he is an alleged pedophile, allegedly sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl. He's facing a lot of jail time for racketeering and other things. People got pretty upset. I'm sure that she likely knows because, you know, she does her due diligence on everything. She's always the little researcher about that, but I don't think that she really meant any harm by it. But still, if she supports somebody like that, that's not good. A lot of people really did not take well to that. And isn't it crazy how these people get away with all this shit? I mean, if you have money, I'm talking about Tekashi. If you have money, man, you can do whatever you want. It's absolutely disgusting. Let me get a little bit of color down here. Okay. I do like this color. It just looked different in the pan. Like, I feel like this shade looked like this shade on almost, like the two of them together. Anyway, I love BH. I'm just like kind of disappointed in some of those shimmers. So, I mean, Gabby, she's still very self-unaware. And like I said, I don't think that she really meant anything bad by it, but still, you know, I'm going to go in with the Moonlight Pearls highlighter here. Just a little highlight. So you guys let me know what you think about that. Like I said, I mean, I love iNabber. Like, if he just like straight up attacked her, there was like not going to be an interview. She was just so full of shit. Always blaming somebody else. And I mean, when she said that she's really great at taking criticism, oh my, I like lost it, you know, because we all know that that is not true. Let's see here. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about because of some things I said on Twitter about it. I hate to end on a somber note here. I'm using Smashbox here, but I kind of just wanted to clear up a few things. So, over the weekend, Brandon Truax from DCM in the Ordinary allegedly killed himself by jumping off his apartment building. This is absolutely devastating. We all, I think, could tell, like, if you followed him, that maybe there was something going on. Maybe he was a little manic. He denied having mental health issues, but his behavior seemed to be pretty, like, erratic, you know? And so after this happened, I went on Instagram. I did see the videos that he had been posting. He was really drunk. And there were some people that said, all of you people that are trolling, this is like your fault. Now, I do acknowledge that people can be absolutely disgusting. I'm going in with the roller lash mascara. And just so incredibly cruel to people, you know? And I also saw people saying, if you turned your back on this company, then don't sit here and act like you care that he's gone. And that's what I was referring to in my tweets. People saying that because we turned our back on him, like it's our fault. There are a couple things wrong with that, for me anyway. It's, you know, when somebody commits suicide, you're always looking for like a reason or somebody to blame. The fact is that Brandon had said some things that some people found really offensive, including telling a woman of color to lighten her skin or use a lightening skin product on her. And, you know, he just started to act like this douchebag. There were issues with products. Some people were having really bad reactions to some of the products from The Ordinary. He just seemed different, you know? And so I called him a cunt because I thought he was acting cunty, not really being aware. I just thought he was eccentric. Like when I first saw him, and if you go back, I do have a video of all the products I got from The Ordinary, some things that did work, some things that didn't. And I had seen an interview with him on like a beauty news channel, and I thought he was so cute. I loved his accent. I thought, oh my goodness, The Ordinary, all of this like affordable stuff. Although it wasn't that affordable because you had to buy all these individual products, you know. But anyway, I thought it was great. I thought he was eccentric and just kind of weird, and I really liked that. But then, you know, some of his things, you know, were very questionable that he posted, and there were some issues going on with the company, and I was done. And I'm not taking back what I said about him because I felt like he was acting cunty. That doesn't mean that I wanted him to die. That doesn't mean that I'm happy that he's gone. I mean, it's devastating. And, I mean, I have a lot of empathy and sympathy. I didn't know him personally. I don't know what was going on in his life personally outside of the internet, you know? So we really just don't know what it really was. Yes, he did seem very manic and everything. And the thing about mental health issues is that when you just go to blame it on trolling, it kind of diminishes the fact that somebody was suffering that much. Yes, it plays a role. Yes, it affects somebody's mental health, you know, mental well-being when you're getting bombarded by hate and disgusting things and death threats. Yes, I wish those people could be held accountable. I wish people that didn't like people could just not watch them or leave like your opinion, but it doesn't have to go that far. You know, I don't understand the whole concept of not liking somebody to the point where you still watch their videos, you're still subscribed to them, just to leave disgusting, nasty comments. Like, I just don't get it. So while I do feel, yeah, I do acknowledge that those people should be held accountable. Like, this is the internet, and it's sad that it's not going to change. And I mean, look at a lot of these trolls, and you look at their pages, and they're like 15, 14 years old. All that they care about is material things, and look at who their idols are, like Jake Paul and shit like that. So it's like it's just getting worse. So I didn't mean to say that like the people that trolled him and said shit like that didn't affect him. I'm sure it did on some level. I just wish that talking about mental health wasn't this thing where, you know, you're always finding somebody else to blame instead of the mental health care system or what people are really going through, or being able to come out and talk about things in a more comfortable way, you know, because you know, everybody has their own struggles, and obviously mine were not as severe as others. You know, we all have our own issues. And for me, it was even hard to talk about having panic attacks and being depressed, because there's always somebody out there that's like, oh, well, I went through this, so, oh, you know, your feelings are sort of like canceled, you know? I do feel really bad that he felt like he had nothing else to do, like, but to end his life. Perhaps if I wasn't talking, this lip would have turned out a lot better. So I just wanted to kind of clear up what I meant, because sometimes I go on back and I look at like my comments on Twitter, and I'm going back in with the peach. I'll slay all day. This is the look. Sometimes I go back, you know, to having conversations on Twitter, and I can see why some people might think that I'm being like cunty on there. Sometimes I'm just like blunt, or, you know, it's too much to type to try to get out what, you know, you really want to say. And sometimes I'll read something, I'm like, whoa, like it seemed like I had an attitude, but I was just being like matter of fact, you know, I wasn't trying to be a bitch or anything. And that kind of happened in this case, because yes, I do think that, you know, some things on social media affected him. I just feel really bad for his family and his friends, and it's crazy, you know, and I do hope that there's a point to where we can talk more openly about mental health issues and not feel like too afraid, and to have like that support. I will be including some of my stuff. I am starting a second channel. It is called The Fat Vegan. And I'm going to talk about like mental health and sobriety and eating and trying to lose weight, because a lot of the weight loss channels on YouTube, these people were already skinny and already fit. And I want to do something where like I'm going to do a weigh-in. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I'm eating, exactly what I'm doing, and, you know, have you guys go on that journey with me, because I actually do need to lose a lot of weight. So I did want to also include some mental health things in there, because we shouldn't be afraid to talk about it. And so I do feel so sad for his friends and family. it's like still kind of shocking that it went that far, you know? So I hate to end on that note, but this video is already like 30 minutes long. So you guys let me know what you think about this stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. I will see you guys next video. Love and hugs. Bye.